Have you ever wondered if the narcissist is going to change for the new supply? I'm here to tell you that's not the case, at least not the way that you may think. You feel what I'm saying? I know a lot of times we, as the survivors, the victims, if you rather, of dealing with the nonsense, we tend to think that when a narcissist idolizes a new supply, whether we met the new supply or they triangulate you with the new supply, however the case may have you. Like, I know a lot of times we'll feel less than, we'll feel worthless. You feel what I'm saying? We'll be like, well, they get so excited and get so hyped when they talk about the new supply to us. You know, when they hang out with a new supply, when they work with the new supply. I'm saying it like this because a lot of times you really don't know who the new supply is at first until their name pops up often, until they pop up in the narcissist's life somehow often. You know what I mean? And you start to ask yourself, dang, ain't this the person you said don't worry about, or the friend, or you just you don't like them, whatever the case may have you. Most of the time that's the new supply. You feel what I'm saying? They get so hyped talking about them, or you can see the excitement. You feel what I'm saying? That's because you, as the individual, you as the victim or survivor, has no idea what's happening. You know, you think you're in a monogamous situation with a narcissist. The narcissist, and they playing with your emotions. They playing with the new supply emotions. You feel what I'm saying? I want to emphasize that they don't change. They change for the new supply to better manipulate them. They have to adapt to the new supply. You know, during the entire discard evaluation stage, they're trying to lock in the new supply. You feel what I'm saying? They not really certain. Two things. They're not certain if they want to, furthermore with this new supply, and or they ain't locked the new supply in, i.e. the new supply ain't too sure about the narcissist. You feel what I'm saying? So they'll keep playing this game. They'll keep playing the whole let me give them attention, or let me see if they're gonna work for my attention, while you have no idea what's happening, while you're still doing the circus tricks, the fire rings, while you still trying to please them. You have no idea in the background this new supply is working, and or the narcissist is working for the new supply. You feel what I'm saying? They change to adapt and better manipulate people. You may take it as, from your perspective, as you're not good enough. You'll take it from the perspective of they didn't take you serious. You feel what I'm saying? You lack a lot because the narcissist always brings up what you lack. You feel what I'm saying? Very rarely do they congratulate you on something if they feel like that, if they feel like it's necessary. But most of the time, especially towards the end, they're not gonna congratulate you on stuff. They're not gonna be nice. They'll do damage control. Damage control is, let me act right so that I can get the current supply to be okay with my behavior, because the narcissist has to regulate your temperature. You feel what I'm saying? I know this is wild, but I'm just keeping it a stack with you. They regulate your temperature by seeing how often and how much you will take the disrespect, until there's a point where you boil over. Now they got to act right to keep you under control while trying to lock in somebody else. It's a whole game like this with them. You feel what I'm saying? And again, when you get boiled over, when that water boils over, your toleration of the narcissist, again, they'll act right for a couple days, maybe a week, to get you to come back down, to regulate you, that this is going to be a normal relationship you're going for. They'll say they sorry, all of this. The biggest thing that I really want you to take from this is that the most underrated thing that I know that most of us as survivors and victims tend to overlook, we don't understand what they say and what they do is two different things. That's probably the most underrated thing that I feel like most of us overlook. You feel what I'm saying? Whenever I coach people, the thing that I say the most is you gotta separate what they say and what they do. You feel me? That's probably like that the thing that is going to confuse you the most, because you'll take their words as law. You want them to say what you imagine them saying to make you feel good. You feel what I'm saying? To make you feel like this relationship is safe. You feel what I'm saying? They upholding their side of the work when it comes to the relationship, straight up. And because they know because they know what they say to you, you're gonna take it serious. They'll keep saying the things that you want them to say in a healthy relationship. They'll continue to do that, and their actions completely don't match what they say. You feel what I'm saying? That's probably like, I can't stress enough how we overlook that. That's why the rest of this confusion comes back the way that it does. We overlook the actions don't match the words. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna say this again. You gotta separate the words and the actions. They'll damage control you with the right words, but the actions don't never line up. You'll see their actions line up for pleasing the new supply, or hanging out with other people like them, and you just have this feeling. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. You know there's something, and you only got so much control of it. You feel what I'm saying? That puts you in this hyper sensitive anxiety state of your relationship with them, and they know that. You feel what I'm saying? They know that how they got you. They know how you feel about them. They know you take what they say serious, and they know you're not gonna check them on their actions, because what they tend to do is make you feel bad for them acting the way that they're acting. They make you feel bad for them cheating. They make you feel bad for them hanging out with the new supply. They make you feel bad for them having to go recharge with other narcissists. You feel what I'm saying? They want you to feel bad for the situations they cause in the relationship, because they don't want to have the accountability to reflect on it. You got to understand, narcissists don't want to be accountable for anything they've done wrong. Especially if you're emphasizing, hey, there's an issue. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing that, they're going to distance themselves from you until you decide to not bring these issues up that you're trying to hold them accountable for, i.e. they'll call you insecure. They'll call you insecure about everything that you should be, that you know you're not insecure about, that you know that they're doing things that's not compatible with the relationship. You feel what I'm saying? They actions of staying out late, not messaging you, going days without talking to you, being short and vague with you. You know what I mean? Like, this is over a course of time that they continue to do, especially during the evaluation stage. Bring up your weaknesses, or what they would call weaknesses, if you rather. They want to make sure that you feel like you're the issue this entire time that they're with the new supply, creating situations and problems that don't even really exist, aren't really a big deal, all to distance them. Here's the plot. They want to make it to where they can distance themselves from you. You feel what I'm saying? And have that reason, and see that you legit take what they say as a reason as to why y'all need to be distant, so that they can go off and hang with the new supply and lock them in. You feel what I'm saying? You ever heard of when they be like, I think we should take a break, and then after this duration of the break, 2 weeks or however, if you rather, like, then we can talk again and talk about a better relationship. Within that time of whenever that break is from A to B, like, I'm telling you, they are actively active with a new supply. Straight up. Anybody I coach, I tend to hear a story where there was like the new supply and the narcissist are taking a break from the relationship, and then y'all come back together after so often. So while you're sitting there in emotional turmoil, ruminating, thinking about the problem over and over and over, they're off having fun with the new supply. You feel what I'm saying? They're off texting them, hanging out, you know what I mean? Telling the new supply that you're crazy and all these things, creating this narrative, you know what I mean, while you're sitting within yourself. That's why in one of my videos, the narcissist wants you to be in pain and on silent. You feel me? They want you to silently suffer. You feel what I'm saying? They enjoy that because they know that it's easier to manipulate you when you're silently suffering, when you don't have nobody to talk to, and they know that. They do things like this to isolate you from most people. You feel what I'm saying? That way they can always keep you in that system that they created for you, that they saw for you. You know what I mean? That you can't break out of. You know what I mean? You get hyper sensitive to your anxiety, your depression, trying to figure it out, confusion. This is how you lose yourself. You're worried about this. You're focused about this too much 24/7 all the time. And the moment they come out of nowhere to say something to soothe you, you know, either you really express emotionally and they'll tell themselves, let me act empathetic. Let me act like I care. I mean, so I can show the old supply, you and me, you feel what I'm saying, that I really want this relationship until they lock down the next person. You feel what I'm saying? This cycle has to happen with the narcissist. The narcissist can't sit still with one person. They won't change. They'll just change the behaviors it takes to learn the person to better manipulate them. You feel what I'm saying? That's really what it all is. They have to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Because the more and more you catch on to them, the more and more you try to hold them accountable for what they've been doing action-wise, they're not having that. They're going to call you insecure. They're going to call the things that you would typically try to say, hey, you shouldn't be, or why is this happening? You feel what I'm saying? They don't want to see you do that at all. I'm just going to point that out there. They don't want to see you do. They want to see you stay on that on that leash. You know what I mean? They want to see you stay on that leash. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy how they do you. You know what I mean? And it's all to be as manipulative as possible and feel better than throughout the situation. That's why during the devaluation stage, before the discard happens, you tend to feel like they think they better than you. And you tend to agree with that because you've taken you've taken their bad behavior as a representation of what you're not doing and what you're lacking. You feel what I'm saying? And you try to overcompensate for that by doing the most, because you in your mind think that if you do these over the most things, that they'll change for you. And that's the thing with the new supply I want to emphasize too. The new supply will think the narcissist, or they think they're enough to get the narcissist to change for them because they're abiding by all the toxicity. Listen, the moment you start to agree, the moment you start to let the behavior be what it is, let them be how they are. That's just how they are. Again, making excuses for them. The moment you start to do that kind of stuff, that narcissist gets real comfortable, and they better understand who you are and how to do you going forward. You feel what I'm saying? And they'll keep pushing that envelope. Slowly but surely, it may take 6 months, it may take a year, but they're gonna push a person to the point to where they can manipulate them as much as possible, i.e. the new supply. Most of the time, the new supply knows about you. You feel what I'm saying? So the narcissist knows that if I act a certain way with this new supply, you feel what I'm saying, and also show my old supply that I do better, or have more fun, or have a more healthier relationship with the new supply, the old supply is gonna feel some type of way. So if I come back to the old supply, you and me, you feel what I'm saying, that old supply gonna act right, because they see that I can do better without them with the new supply. This is how the narcissist thinks. You feel what I'm saying? This is why they do what they do. This is the cycle. They have to do this cycle, and it has to be like this. You and the narcissist, no matter if it's a new supply or you with the narcissist will always have multiple sources of supply. Period. I.e., they're not going to change for the new supply ever. Every new supply is going to think they can change your narcissist. You feel what I'm saying? And I just want to emphasize, we were all the new supply once, and most of us, especially if you're watching this video, came into the narcissist's life fair and square, not knowing about the old supply. You feel what I'm saying? They was hiding us from the old supply. You feel what I'm saying? So they feel like bringing us forward to make the old supply feel some type of way, and also triangulate us with the old supply. You feel what I'm saying? Because the old supply was doing this, so you keep hearing the old supply's name. Now you hear the new supply's name, and the new supply is doing this, and you work back and forth. This is how the narcissist does. This is what's happening with the new supply right now. You feel what I'm saying? They talking about the old supply, you, and the new supply, somebody else after your new supply. You feel what I'm saying? It's the triangulation. They don't change. Is what I really want to. They do not change. This has to be an ongoing thing. They have to continue to distract themselves mentally and emotionally with different people, different sources, because it's fun to them. You feel what I'm saying? Every day is a thrill-seeking measurement of how to manipulate somebody in order to feel good about themselves. Straight up. That's why I tend to get these comments, and when people call me for my coaching, I tend to get these comments about the new supply, and I'm like, the new supply is, again, the new supply knew about you. High chance they knew about you. The narcissist is not gonna change for them. They just change the behavior of what it is to manipulate them. They change to what they like. You remember how the narcissist mirrored you and me? they like everything we like, obviously, not all of a sudden, but just like they like everything you like and I like. And they emphasize how great of interest this is until at some point it's not interesting anymore. You become old. They get tired of having to uphold, a healthy relationship. They get tired of that. You feel what I'm saying? That's why what they say, it's easier to tell you something than it is to do something for the narcissist. It's easier for the narcissist to say, they love you versus they actions showing they love you. When their actions got to match what they say, that's entirely too much energy for them. It's too much. They're very lazy about their relationships. You feel what I'm saying? They want to just be able to show up and things happen the way that it needs to happen, because they garner the attention from most people. You feel what I'm saying? Most narcissists, you know what I mean? Not all narcissists get that kind of attention for real. They do other manipulative behavior in order to get people's attention. But most narcissists are able to get attention from multiple sources of people. You feel what I'm saying? And they use that as a means of, I can play. You know what I mean? They'll never figure me out. But when you start to figure them out, they're gonna distance themselves from you. They don't want to be seen as who they really are. They want you to see the mask. You know what I mean? They're not gonna change for the new supply. They're not gonna change for anybody. It takes a whole lot of effort and energy to be able to change like that. That's something the narcissist is incapable of. That kind of effort. Listen, you know what kind of effort it is to become better, put work into yourself, fix yourself, you know what I mean, and increase your value, if you rather, you know what I mean, become a better version of yourself, finding yourself, what you and I are doing, healing. You know how much energy it takes to do that? They're not going to do that. That is so much, and it's boring. It's boring for them to do this kind of stuff. What's more interesting and exciting is lying to people, cheating on people. You feel what I'm saying? Getting everybody in the same way that I got this person, putting everybody on the shelf, being able to transfer back and forth, and not ever changing who I am because they enjoy who they are. You feel what I'm saying? That's more exciting to be that way. It's more exciting to be toxic than to be healthy. The narcissist. Straight up. There is no change. They just change how they manipulate the next person and the next person, the next person. They get smarter with manipulation. They don't necessarily get smart as a person. They just get smarter with manipulation. What's this new person like? Oh, they like this about me. So let me just become these things that this new supply likes in order for me to lock the new supply in. You know what I mean? So by the time you see it, whenever you do see it, and then with the new supply, it looks like they changed. They're happy off in the sunset. But I want you to understand something. Remember those pictures you took? Before you took that picture, the argument y'all got into? The videos that y'all took, the argument y'all got into before the video, after video? That's happening with the new supply. Any supply after you. Any supply before you, that's happening. You You feel what I'm saying? All those moments where you felt like, they're doing this, they've changed for them because they're doing this thing with them and not with us. They said it was going to do with us. It don't matter. It's supposed to make you feel some type of way. So when they hoover you, you'll act accordingly the way that they know. They know you want their attention. You feel what I'm saying? That's all of that is. And to get the new supply to not only be locked in, but feel empowerment that they're better than me. You feel what I'm saying? And when they feel that way, the narcissist knows they got them locked in. They can just do whatever the case may have you until that new supply is gonna feel it. When? Don't know, but they gonna feel it. You know what I mean? It's not an assumption it's gonna happen, because if you understand narcissists and how they operate and what they need in order to survive as narcissistic people, you will understand that system, that process that you got put into, they're going to indoctrinate the next person, and so on and so on and so on. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how they're going to live. Period. So if you wonder if the narcissist changes for the next person, and I know it's painful when you see it or you hear about it, it's not like that. It's not like that. Don't consume yourself and ruminate anymore about any of these any of the downplaying of yourself because you couldn't get them to change. It's not your fault that they couldn't change. It's not. You didn't do anything wrong. You did the best that you could possibly do with who you are and what you had in order to please a narcissist. You feel what I'm saying? Before you knew it was a narcissist, you did the best you could possibly do. Don't feel like who you are isn't enough for the next person. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you go through this and you work on yourself to become a better version of yourself, you will attract the person that is for you. You feel what I'm saying? And you will also know that the weaknesses the narcissist called out about you is actually some of your strengths. It's actually, and someone else is going to recognize those strengths. You feel what I'm saying? The narcissist is not going to change for the new supply. They just change how they manipulate them. Simple as that. You feel me? So I hope this message finds you well. I'm Fonzie Murph, and I'm out. Peace.